Morning, everyone. Thank you for tuning in today to our March 6th Watsonville Buddhist Temple Shotsuki Hoyo Memorial Service for the month of March. I hope you're all doing well. I look forward to seeing you soon, and I'll make a few announcements later about that. Please join me in Gasho for the opening reading. Although I am without shame and self-reproach, and lack a mind of truth and sincerity, because the name is directed by Amida, its virtues fill the 10 quarters. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu. Thank you very much here. I'm going to share my screen as we begin. With the sutra chanting of the Sambujo and of the Sambutsuge and the Jusege. And you'll see the names of families observing Shotsuki in the month of March scrolling on your screen. Namandavas, 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 Namandavas. Today, on this occasion of the Watsonville Buddhist Temple March Shotsuki Hoyo Memorial Service, the Sangha has reverently come before Amida Buddha in memory of their beloved family members. With deepest reverence and thankfulness for the all-embracing wisdom and compassion of Amida, we reaffirm the three homages. I go to the Buddha for guidance. I go to the Dharma for guidance. I go to the Sangha for guidance. Namu Kia Boots, Namu Kia Ho, Namu Kia So, Nam Mandavus, Nam Mandavus, Nam Mandavus, Nam Mandavus. Setsu Murya Jungyo Kogen Gigi Ijin Gokunyo Ze Enyo Murya Toshan Ichigatsu Mani Shugo Enyo Kaishitsu Onbe 有若九目如来有言，小生无量小学大恩，般若解脱开门小见，三昧智也，一徳無量。修小戒无尽大善念。 小仏崩壊無尽言の空言外体無明欲の生存有無念の死死人徳無量空空後内 지혜 진묘 공묘 이소 신도 나이센 강가 사부즈 자이쇼 호오 가도 쇼지 미쁘게 다즈 어세뇨이 가이는 쇼진 有些三昧知恵以上五世特物無行志願一切空一切内安下士無物百千六万 無量大小小修行五者空有一切悉と小仏無量無の現象不逆異名五者 小部世界無不影無種節の光明師匠天使小国行政小人異人難量量が差物 国の内一五種奇妙道場小説国女内容任務闘争大 と愛面ドーナツ一切十法来所心熱症状意図が国経絡安穏公務信用税が心象発願の非力少々よ十法生存知恵無下上領子孫知が信行軽量心死諸苦毒中悪行精進人寿無形阿門上世願意志無常の志願不満足聖無常所願青無量語無意内世衆無際小弁具聖無常所願が至上仏の妙正長寿法苦行未消門聖無常所願利欲人少年上映修言用真無無常の一生天然死人力遠大公無所無才の少女三愚名交際集約難回避知恵言名詞根の案永息小悪のすなつ全宗門高僧上満足いよろじぽ日月主十期天言無限一種解放像法世苦毒法上内集中聖法死死苦苦よ一切分無足種特本願念出上満特異三害用如仏無下知すなつみ不詳願学へり法師最小尊 시간야 공아 아이센 옹간도 고그쇼텐닌 오진역계 안니시근홍을 면허세이사이 너운모 나이신 온영 Thank you. Sorry, we had a little internet glitch there, and I apologize for that. But now I'd like to invite you to listen to the Gatha Shinshu Shuka. Please join me in Gasho. I express deep reverence to the Dharma. To what shall I liken my happiness? By listening earnestly, I opened the way and received true compassion. I have been saved from the eternal darkness. To what can I compare my happiness? Reciting the Nembutsu, I'll exert myself diligently in my daily work. Without discrimination, I'll share with everyone Amida's precious gift and travel together to the Pure Land. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. Thank you. That reading is the English translation of Shinshu Shuka that we just heard sung. Once again, I want to say good morning to everyone. I hope you're all doing well. I was thinking about the last couple of years, and I looked back on our calendar from 2020, 2 years ago. And 2 years ago, on March 7th, in Watsonville, we held our fundraiser with Otonowa, the jazz group with Kiratana, and as the well-known local favorite jazz pianist, Art Hirahara. Now, it's hard to believe that 2 years have passed since that time. It was a wonderful gathering, and I have great memories of that gathering. And I still keep in touch with some of those folks, and I'm hoping that we can see them again soon. But I was reminded that that day was the last event, the last large event that we held at our temple. Soon after that, March 7th, 2020, we closed our temple. And we've had a few services, small in-person, small outdoor gatherings for memorial services and such. But that was really our last large event that we had. We closed everything down because of the COVID pandemic. So during the last 2 years, many of you have continued to listen to the Dharma through these broadcasts, and many more of you have kept in touch through our temple newsletter and perhaps through the website. I'm so grateful to all of you for your continued support over these past 2 years. Your donations have helped to keep the temple going. And I have also to thank many people who are behind the scenes, putting the newsletter together, doing all the things in the office. There are many people doing so much behind the scenes to keep things going. We were able to, because of great volunteers, reach out to some of you and many of you with gifts of food and masks and whatever else goodies that were handed out. And these were truly dedicated volunteers who did the work. All of you and all of the volunteers have helped keep the Dharma alive here in Watsonville. And I'm truly grateful, and I commend all of you for your dedication and your hard work. I want to share a picture with you. This is, let's see here. There we go. This is a flower from our garden. And this is a flower from our garden. And many of you probably recognize the flower. It's called a peony. In Japanese, it's called a botan. And when I was growing up, I thought botan was candy. That I didn't realize that it was this beautiful flower. So this is Jane's favorite flower. So I've growing it in the backyard. And I cut the flower and I placed it in our Obutsudan, our home shrine here. And you can see in the background of the picture, the statue of Shinran Shonin, our founder. Now, thanks to Reverend Furumoto of Senshin Buddhist Temple, I learned a little bit more about this flower. There's a story about the flower in the sutra, about this botan flower. So in Japan, the botan and the lion, the shishi, let me show you a picture of a lion. Let me stop this. Let's see, how do I do this? Stop share here and new share here. This is a picture of our incense burner, our koro in the temple. And you'll notice the lion that sits on top of the incense burner. This is the lion of Shishi. And many times this botan flower and the Shishi, they're depicted together. So new share. I hope you're seeing all of this. Is here is a scroll depicting the botan flower and the lion. Now in the sutra, it says that the enemy of a lion are insects that reside in the body of the lion. In Japanese, it became an idiom and reads, Shishi Shinchu no Mushi, meaning a viper in one's bosom. Okay. Now this can have, of course, very profound meaning for us in that If in our hearts we carry the greed and anger and ignorance are the three poisons in Buddhism, then it can eat away, and it's like a viper inside of us. Now, according to the story, the enemy of a lion, the king of animals, is not other animals, but it's a tiny, tiny little insect that's living in the body of the lion. So this insect, it bites the skin, it bites the bone of the lion, and it eventually kills the lion. There's only one remedy for this, for the lion, for stopping the insects, and it is drops of dew from the botan flower petals. So the lion would lay beneath the botan flower at night. So the symbolism here is the lion, is often depicted, or the Buddha is often depicted as a lion. It represents the Dharma. And the botan flower that protects the Dharma, in this case, is all of you, who supporters and volunteers at the temple. The Dharma, like the lion, is strong. However, if it is not protected, it can wither and die from the inside. The botan flower is fragile, and yet it provides shelter and safety for the lion. All of you and all of your family members who we honor every month. This month of March, many families' names were scrolled across the screen. They have sacrificed so much so the Dharma can thrive and continue to live here in Watsonville. And I truly believe that our parents' generation and their parents, they wanted the Dharma here in Watsonville for you and I, so that when the vipers in our bosom, the greed and the anger and the ignorance gets the better of us, that the Dharma can protect us or give us the tools to overcome our own greed, anger, and ignorance. So that is why we honor them, because they are protectors of the Dharma, just like you are protectors of the Dharma. So over the past 2 years, we've strived to continue teaching the Dharma, making our temple Dharma-centered. And as we begin to open up, let's each and every one of us continue to strengthen the Dharma, strengthen the temple. And how do we do this? We do this by listening to the Dharma, by supporting the temple. In this way, we protect the Dharma so that it will continue to thrive, and the hopes and dreams of our ancestors will continue here in Watsonville. Thank you very much for listening. Please join me in Gasho. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. Nichi Ryu no go kange no muki wa shinji no motte honto serare soro. Sono yue wa moro moro no zogyo nage sutete isshin ni mida ni kimyo surebo. Ga shigi no ganriki to shite 運の方より往生は事情せしめたも、そのくらいを一年法記入少女四十とも釈し、 その上の正面ブッダ、如来我が往生定めたまいし、恩法人な念仏と心べきなり、アナカシコ、アナカシコ、ナンマンダブス、ナンマンダブス、ナンマンダブス、ナンマンダブス。Shinran Shonin taught that the essence of Jodo Shinshu is Shinjin. The reason that by abandoning all of the practices and completely entrusting ourselves in Amida Buddha, our spiritual rebirth is assured by Amida through the inconceivable power of the primal vow. This is known as entering the ranks of the truly assured at the very moment of Shinjin. Thereafter, all utterances of the Nembutsu should be understood only as expressions of gratitude for Amida's assurance of our spiritual rebirth. With reverence, I remain. Namman doubles, namman doubles, namman doubles, namman doubles. Before we close, I'd like to make a couple of announcements. I'm happy to announce that on Sunday, March 20th, the Watsonville Buddhist Temple will have its first in-person service in, as I mentioned earlier, in about 2 years. Service will begin at our usual time of 10 o'clock. COVID protocols will still be in place. We're asking everyone to, as best, be vaccinated. Please wear your masks throughout the service. And with your cooperation, we'll be able to continue in-person services in April with our Hanamatsuri service on April 3rd. That'll be combined with our April Shotsuki Hoyo. Our guest speaker will be Reverend Jerry Hirano of the Salt Lake Buddhist Temple. So I hope to see all of you on March 20th and then again on April 3rd. And now the Gatha Ondok-san 2. Lacking even small love and compassion, I cannot hope to benefit sentient beings. Were it not for the ship of Amida's vow, how could I cross the ocean of painful existence? Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. Thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in today for our March Shotsuki Hoyo service. Again, I look forward to seeing all of you later this month and in the month of April. Please take care and be well until then. Thank you.